Hi, this is James from Tabletop Gaming Guild, and today we're going to take a look at the Witches expansion for Mythic Mischief. Mythic Mischief is published by Ivy Games and it is a 1 to 4 player game. Let's go ahead down to the table here, check out this faction, and then come back and I'll give you my final thoughts. Alright, so this is the Witches expansion for Mythic Mischief. And in Mythic Mischief, you're going to have 3 different miniatures that are going to come with it. This one, I believe, is going to be Frizzle. And this one, I believe, is going to be Stella. You can see how awesome the miniature detail is. And this one here, I believe, is going to be Hazel. These are going to be really, really awesome to paint. And you'll get the tomes and the dice and the special faction token that comes with the faction, or comes for the faction. This faction here has an enchant ability, and the enchant ability lets you move a neighboring ally or enemy 1 space clockwise or counterclockwise around your mythic. So it basically just lets them rotate around. You also have Manifest. You can take a bookshelf from the library board and that is adjacent to a witch and place it adjacent to a different witch. So you can basically like maybe move that thing all the way across the board. You also have a legendary ability. Your legendary ability lets you rearrange 1 bookshelf and 1 clutter in the library. So you can you cannot block off sections, obviously, for the board, and you can't with either the rubble or the bookshelf, but that is your legendary ability. You have a after lunch special, which is Bewitch. Starting after lunch, drop a Bewitch token, which is this guy right here, under a witch. Once per turn, anyone on this space cannot be moved off of it by an opponent. So basically you can plant your character there and say, that is my character, is not going to be moving, so you can protect them from being able to be captured by the tome's keeper. And that's the abilities that come with this witch faction here. So let's go ahead back up the table here and I'll give you my final thoughts on this expansion. So the witches are an amazing faction to play with. They have multiple different really cool abilities that I think are really interesting. They also have the Manifest is the most interesting book case moving ability that I think is in the game. I really like being able to basically teleport a bookcase to where another witch is. That is really cool. You can really do some really neat changing of the board layout to change how that Keeper of Tomes moves. Really, really good. Enchant's okay, or you just have them go clockwise with that's okay. Legendary remodel is awesome, where you can move rubble and bookcases. That's insanely good. And the Bewitch ability for their after lunch special is also really good. A lot of really solid abilities with this game, and a lot of tricky with this expansion, and a lot of tricky things you can do. So if you like Mythic Mischief, I would highly recommend picking up this expansion for it. I mean, just in general, it gives you another faction and more replayability for the game, but this is a really fun faction. So that's my thoughts on this expansion. Thank you for watching.